Alright Guardians, this is our weekly solo player's guide to the Nightfall. If you're new to the channel, we usually do this every single Tuesday and Wednesday. All three strikes, all three classes. Since Season of Opulence, it's been a little weird. But this is a special one specifically for the Lumina quest because you do need a 50,000 point completion of a Nightfall, so I figured I would do that in this video. So this is going to be Strange Terrain on a Hunter. So it's mostly going to focus on Hunters, but if you want to be a Titan, I would go Striker. I think it's the bottom tree. It's whichever one lasts like forever and gives you your health back with the shoulder charge in your super. And then Warlock, I would still go Arc. I go Geos, the middle tree with Geomag stabilizers. That should be pretty decent. Probably. But as far as modifiers and stuff goes for the 50,000, you don't have to put this high at all. I got like 198, and that should be more than fine. That's 192 handicap. We're also rocking Arc Burn, Heavyweight, and Momentum. Now if you just want to do it just a regular plain old Nightfall completion, you still might want to put Momentum on, just because it's going to really help you out with the boss fight specifically. And if you're going for 100,000 points, just bump this up till it's about 4-ish. And then I would also put on either Match Game or Extinguish. And then as far as loadout goes, we're rocking the Ostringer. Mine's got Outlaw, Rampage, and a minor spec. It's really good. We're also rocking Borealis. If you don't have Borealis, don't rock, or you can use Hard Light, I guess, but don't rock Match Game. It's just not going to be easy or fun at all. But I would recommend something with some range, and then something with like short, you know, on the short side of things, short range, close up. Whatever I'm trying to say, it's just woke up. But like, so hand cannon, sniper rifle is probably pretty good. Or if you want to rock the Revoker or something like that with the Recluse, if you got that, that's fine too. And then we're also rocking the Wendigo Gl3. This thing is really awesome. I like it a lot. If you don't know what it does, where is it? Picking up an orb of light increases the next grenade's blast radius and damage. That stacks up to 6 times. This thing is incredible. I was pretty blown away by it, actually. So definitely pick it up. It's well worth it. Worth the grind for it. And it's really good. And then we're also rocking the Raiden Flux, which chained arc staff hits buff damage and duration. I think it also makes you a little bit harder to kill. It's also going to come out in handy. We're also rocking top tree for the, where is it? Kill an enemy with ability, yeah, this one right here. Kill an enemy with this melee ability to trigger health regeneration and increases your melee damage temporarily. Stacks up to 3 times. It's a lot of fun. And then after dodging, each arc staff hit creates damaging lightning aftershock, which I never use because I never think of it. And then we're rocking Raiden Flux. Should probably be Arc Bolt, but that's really up to you, as is the trees. But that's just why we're rocking that one. But let's just go ahead and rock this guide real quick. Alright, so as soon as you get to this point, I like to just bring out Borealis, already set on the Arc setting. Go ahead, take out that knight. There's about 3 acolytes down here that will kind of float around, so just be aware of them. And then take out this second knight if you can. And then there's going to be 2 or 3 more acolytes. I think that's the 3rd guy that I didn't kill earlier. And then there's also going to be a boss or a mini boss. It says a boss, but it's really a mini boss. Over here. So what we're going to do is just pick up some orbs if you've made any. Hopefully you do. That will really help out your grenade launcher if you're rocking the Wendigo. And then we are just going to blast that wizard to death if we can hit our shots. There we go. And then there's just a few more acolytes. So go ahead and pick up all the ammo you can. And make sure you pick up whatever orbs. And that's another good thing about the Wendigo and running Nightfalls, is that it'll still pick up orbs even if your super is full and your explosive light perk is at the max of 6 rounds. So you can still get those points for every single orb you pick up. You don't have to leave any behind, which is awesome. Alright, but once you get in here, there's going to be 2 knights, a couple cursed thralls, and some regular thralls that come running down here. I just use the Wendigo to kill everything. Usually. I think I missed that second shot. But go ahead and just take these guys out really quick. Pick up whatever ammo drops. Pick up the orbs. And then we'll be on our way. So now here I do something a little dumb. I was assuming I would get the knights. This is actually a second attempt at this because I was just dying way too much in the ogre room. So I just assumed I would get knights, but instead I got cursed thralls. So be very careful of that. They do arc burn, so, or arc damage. So with arc singe, it's going to be a little rough. But just make sure you take everything out. As you can see, even in full super with Raiden Flux, they hit pretty hard. And then for some reason, the second orb disappeared for whatever reason. So if that happens, you're just gonna have to wait for another one of these knights to spawn in. Shouldn't take very long at all, but it's also worth some extra points. So just kill him really quick. Pick up the orb, throw it in, and we'll be on our way. Alright, once you get here, there is going to be either a cursed thrall or a regular thrall. Is this the right place? Might not be the right place. It is. So there's usually one enemy hiding back there. Go ahead and kill them. And then I think there's 1 or 2 more knights. There's 1 knight. Wendigo for the win. Pick up the orbs. And then I like to just stand up here with my sniper. This is why you wanted something with some range, even if it's just arsenic bite. But you're gonna want to take these dudes out. And once those 2 knights are dead, we're just gonna go run straight ahead. There are going to be 3 or 4 acolytes. I think one of them is an elite. That guy right there. So be very careful of him. Be very careful of those little grenades they throw. And then just take these guys out with Wendigo or whatever power ammo you've got, if you've got power ammo to spare. And then again here, I would honestly save your... Wow, I missed 2 shots like from that close of range. That's embarrassing. But then we're just going to go ahead and kill this guy. And then there's going to be some acolytes that spawn in. Once you kill everything, including the wizard, you'll also get a bunch of thralls spawning in, which should be any second now. So go ahead and just wait for them. You can always run back or just do what I do. I would save your power ammo though, unless you just got like a bunch laying around, which unfortunately I don't. So we're going to do this the old-fashioned way. Go ahead and just kill these things, and you can always back up if they get too close or whatever. And then, yeah, just kill these guys, and we'll be on our way. Alright, so in here there's going to be 2 elite knights and like 6 or so acolytes. We're going to go ahead and take care of the knights first. And then once they're dead, we're just going to pop down. Let's go ahead and kill that guy. And then usually the knight that I was trying to aim at right there isn't that far up. Like usually he's just standing in that doorway. So be careful of that. Sometimes he moves around, I guess. But you can usually just stand right where I was standing and he won't shoot you at all. So as long as he's not too far forward like that, you should be fine. Otherwise, kill him as quickly as possible. And then kill the acolytes, pick up the ammo or whatever. And again, we'll be on our way. Alright, so this room is probably the most difficult room. You're either going to get ogres or shriekers. I highly prefer the shriekers to the ogres, just because they can go down really quick. And then if that wizard is around and you can't really get her out of the way quickly, just let her run away and then pop over here, kill that shrieker, and then we are literally just going to kill what we can from back here. That way we're safe from the ogre. We got plenty of cover. And we're just going to run around and get going. We got some power ammo. Now again, just like before, if you don't throw those orbs into the crystals fast enough, those knights will respawn. So if you're going for some points, that might be a good way to do it. But I also tried that earlier, and they weren't dropping extra orbs like they used to, so you can't like farm them for all 4 orbs anymore, I guess. I don't know if they fixed that or if it was just like glitched out. I'm not sure. But I try and save my super here for the ogre specifically, so we're going to take a little bit extra time. Again, if she's still around, just let her run away. She'll be gone soon enough. And then we're just going to grab that and hopefully not die. If you need to, you can always come up here as well. It's a pretty good area for cover. But if you have only thrown 2, be very careful, because that's about to happen. You're going to get a whole spawning of ads. So be very careful. Now if you have the this orb and you hit enemies with it, it'll blind them. So it's a really good way to get these guys out of here without having to worry too awful much, as long as you stay in cover. Here's where the game screws me a little bit, I think. Is this that run? But what you want to do is just be very careful. Yeah, that was that run. Usually that knight's not right there. I was like, holy cow. But go ahead and just kill all 4 knights. Be very careful. You just kind of want to make your like rounds around this stage area. Be very careful of the ads. And then just make sure you are running around, get that momentum going. And then as soon as you can, pop that last crystal, pop your super, take out the ogre, and if you can, if you're an arc strider, go ahead and kill as many of these guys as possible. So like as soon as he dies, move in to get these acolytes, and then go ahead and pick up whatever ammo you got going on the floor, and we'll be at the boss fight. Alright, so depending on your ammo situation, you can either just go ahead and kill these guys straight off, or you might want to conserve it and just use Borealis or whatever. Either way is perfectly fine. If you can hit your shots, where am I even shooting right there? I don't know. But go ahead and just go ahead and kill the knights, and then once the knights are dead, Nocris will spawn in. Go ahead and just do whatever damage you can. I'm just conserving my power ammo for this specific area, but she'll, or he or she will put, I guess it's he, will put that immunity shield up at almost 1/3 of its health. And then go ahead and kill whatever adds you can. There we go, there's that immunity shield. Once that happens, she will spawn in a bunch of enemies. I keep saying she, just a habit, I guess, because the wizards are actually all female. So, except Nocris, I think, which is weird. But go ahead and kill these enemies. Obviously, if you need the orbs, pick them up. Pick them up anyways for the points. If you're rocking Wendigo, especially if you're rocking Wendigo. And then once these guys are dead, or most of these dudes are dead, 2 knights are going to spawn in, those orb knights from before. We're just going to conserve our power ammo, and we are going to kill them. We're also going to hold on to our super, I believe. But if you really absolutely need to, obviously pop it. But I usually tend to save my super for the 3rd wave, which this time I don't, because I was a little bit flustered, but that's alright. Just go ahead and take care of these knights. Go ahead and take care of those snipers too. Take care of all the acolytes. Pretty much clear the room of adds before you actually kill the knights, if you can, or while you're killing the knights. That way you don't have to worry about anything really. And then once you're happy with your ad situation, go ahead and throw the orbs. Just be careful, because if you don't throw them for too long, they will of course spawn in more knights. And then do damage to the boss with your power ammo. Get her down with him, her Nocris. Get Nocris down really quick. This second wave, you're going to get 2 elite wizards before you get the knights. And then as soon as those wizards are dead, they will spawn in the 2 knights. So be very careful. Make sure, again, you're happy with your ad situation. And once you are, we're just going to go ahead and kill the second knight, or the second wizard. Get those knights spawning in. This is why I was a little bit flustered with the knights. I'm going to pop my super. And then we're just going to take care of this wizard. Be very careful of Nocris. It'll be shooting at you from the top area. It'll be doing some damage. Be very careful with that wizard. Here comes the knights now. Should have held on to my super, but it's alright. We make it work. You'll see why you should probably hold on to your super here in a second. Because as you can see, I really didn't need to use my super there at all. I just need to get into some cover and calm down for a second. But that's alright. And then again, go ahead and do damage to the boss. Get momentum going. Alright, so this wave, a bunch of enemies are going to come out. And Nocris is actually going to follow you around the map. So just keep continuing to move around. And then kill enemies until the 2 knights spawn in. And then that's when you want to rock your super. Especially if you're an Arc Strider. That super is really good for taking out those knights and keeping on the move at the same time. Like, as you can see, I'm just getting pelted with damage, so momentum is really saving me right now. So go ahead and just try and keep cover between you and Nocris this entire wave. That way, you don't really have to worry about him hitting you. And you can still kind of clear ads. Like, my super right there would have been perfect. But anyways, just keep doing that until the knights are dead. Keep running around this area the entire time. And then as soon as those knights are dead, throw the orbs. And then take Nocris out with your power ammo. If hopefully you have some decent drops. And then that's going to do it for the video. So hopefully it helped you out. Hopefully you got your Lumina hand cannon, which I gotta say, I might do a review on later. It's okay, honestly. It's not the best at all, in my opinion. I would make some changes to it for solo players, but it's fun to use. So hopefully this guide helped you out. If it did, hit the like button, hit subscribe if you're new to the channel, and as always, stay positive, be happy, be healthy, live long and prosper, and have an awesome week.
Do you feel it? The light is back. We're back. Eyes out, Guardian.